Well, greetings and salutations, guys and girls. It's the Off-Grid Warrior, and yeah, today I'm trying something new. I'm actually doing a voiceover on some of these clips, just to try something new and to explain what's going on. And what's going on is this is the time that we're building our floor for the cabin. At the time, we had a lot of fires going on in the area. We had to evacuate our area, and the priority at the time was just not documenting or filming what we were doing. So bear with me, I've cobbled together a few videos and some pictures of how we built our floor, and hopefully it'll make sense to you folks out there. So here I am sharpening the chain. One thing I can tell you, if you're operating a chainsaw milling device, you will be sharpening your chain fairly regularly. The device I was using is called the Head-On Lumber Maker, and I have a video on the Head-On Lumber Maker if you look through my channel. Here you can see me moving the sills down to the building site. These sills were cut at 6 inches in height, and I left the width of the sills pretty much to whatever the natural width of the log was. Time to do some peeling of that remaining bark just before I put them up. It's easier to peel them when they're down like this as opposed to up there. Well, today is kind of a momentous day for our little off-grid cabin. As you can see what's going on over here, we're going to attempt to move our first big log, and you know, I've somewhat cobbled a little bit of a ramp together here, and I've got some chain attached to it, and right now I have some cable that we will be pulling with the vehicle. You can also see I have it up to a snatch block around that tree and to the vehicle. So we're going to take it easy, go slowly, and see what happens here. Okay, so have to get out of the way. Try it again. Right, you want to just go very slowly. Stop! Okay, I think we're good, sort of. Okay, so today's job is attaching these sill logs to these logs on top of the forms. Let's call them pier logs. I've already done one on this side, as you can see right there. That's 1/2 inch rebar, and I've driven it around about 10 inches, 10 inches into this log over here. So we need to get these other two done. We'll also be creating a support log like you see on this side. We'll be doing one on that side. So that's a primary task today. Once I get that done, we shall start thinking about the log up there. Right, now for a hacksaw action. And there you go. Sorry about that. Here we go, nice and flush. Ready to do the next one. So here you can see our floor starting to take shape. The first thing I did once we got our first two logs up, you can see on the ends of our sills there, is I put down some OSB board. That is 3/4 OSB board was laying across the sill logs. I secured those to the sill logs, and then what I did was pretty much cut a whole bunch of additional logs at 6" in height, some smaller logs that I had. You can see them laying on top of the OSB board, and those created the channels for our insulation. And those were all cut at 6 inches. You can see also at the ends of the floor I used 2x6 dimensional lumber, which I purchased to cap the ends of the floor off. One of the reasons why I did that is because in this area we have a lot of little critters running around that I've seen the kind of damage they do when they get into floors or ceilings with insulation, and I really wanted this floor to be as tight and as sealed as possible. That's why I used that those 2x6s on the end. Also, I went around after the fact I had this floor sealed in, and I closed in every little gap and crack with some wire mesh and a staple gun. So you know, this floor is pretty secure, and hopefully the critters will be kept out. That's what we use for insulation, R30. Yes, I know some of you are going to say that is not meant to be used in floors. It's ideally used in ceilings, but that is the cheapest insulation we could find at the time, and since I'm operating on a zero budget chair, you know, that's what we used. I'm pretty confident it'll do the job just fine. There you go. I was a happy man. We're starting to get our floor done. You can see the smoke in the air. Ironically, as we were building with our smoke masks on, most people in our area were evacuating. Our area was under evacuation orders, so it's kind of ironic that we were building while everybody was leaving. Greetings, salutations. It's Off-Grid Warrior, and yeah, I know I haven't put out a video for a while. We've been, let's just say, under siege from fires, and we're still suffering from the smoke here. We've been smoked in, the entire region has been smoked in for about a week, and so making videos has not really been a priority. But you know, we've had to slow down with movement of logs and so on in building the cabin. So what I thought I'd give you guys a quick catch up on what's happening. Yeah, it's been brutal with this, dealing with the smoke. This is one of the clearest days we've had in a week. And you can see my trusty bark peeler is at work. Of course, we have our masks just in case you're wondering what these are. smoke masks. And this is really the first day in probably about a week that we're getting out and doing some real work. And you know, winter is looming, so we're trying to get some wood cut, and as we have time, get that cut and get it stacked. Professional log peeler extraordinaire. And yeah, you can see some of the logs we've done today. All these logs came from down there. And what I've rigged up since I last put any videos up is this cable running between the trees here, right across the top of our floor. And I have it set up, another snatch block, onto a come along, a 4-ton come along over there. So as you can see, car hooks up there, and we utilize this hill coming down here. There's a little roadway over here. Best you pull logs this size with a truck, you try and utilize some downhill gravity to aid. So we just hook the logs up, drive down here, and we've been dragging logs up. You can see the moon dust we've created. More winter wood that's been cut and stacked. So right now we'll be moving on to some logs on this side. You can see we've got at least 1, 2, 3 logs, 4 over here for the walls. So that's all we're doing right now. Peeling, moving, trying to get some work done as winter is looming. So that's it, guys. Quick update. Whoops. Catch you later.